Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Jeremy Cash, live and direct with another valuable video for you. Today, we're going to talk about 10 things to invest in for 2020. Now, like I said, you ain't got to do all of these, but these are just some ideas to get your juices flowing so that way you'll get familiar with investing and how to use your money wisely, right? So one thing you're probably asking is, why is it so important to invest? Well, it's important because it builds passive income, right? And time freedom. Passive income and time freedom, right? Everybody wants to be free for the most part, right? So the reason why we want the money and the lifestyle we want to live is so that we can be free, we can have more time with our kids, we can take more vacations, we don't have somebody, always on our back or whatever. So, when you invest in things for long term, you're able to build that, freedom, and you're able to make money and things like that, guys. And so I'm just going to give you some game right now on some things that you can invest in right now that you can make some profits with later. All right, so let me get right here. Let me exit out of this thing right here, and we're going to get into it. First thing, ATM business. Some of you know about an ATM business. Some of you never heard about the ATM business, and you may have wondered, how could you get into it, right? So it's a really profitable business model. Lately, it's really been popping up, very popular. A lot of people have been buying ATMs since a lot of people are, getting familiar with the credit game and things. They know how it works now. A lot of people are taking advantage of it and starting to invest in things that they always thought about, but they never knew they could get the money for. And so now, a lot of people are popping on the scene with these ATM businesses. And so, basically, you get you an ATM. This is eBay I'm on right now. There's a lot of other websites that sell ATMs, but I'm just giving you an example of what you could do. So you can, let's say, purchase an ATM. Either you can save your money or you can use other people's money. If you don't know what I'm talking about on other people's money, there's a video that I'll post either right here or I'll post at the end so you can find out how you'll be able to get money to do all of this stuff that I'm telling you about. All right. So this right here is, let's say, 2,300, right? You get the ATM, you can go to things like barbershops, right? You can go to places like CBD stores, because I know CBD stores are popping up everywhere. Those are the little cannabis stores. Colleges, everywhere. You guys know ATMs are everywhere. So you'll be able to go to them, talk to them and say, hey, I see that you don't have an ATM here. Is there a reason why you never put one here? Most people, they just never thought about it. And so you can sign a contract with them, set your ATM up, people use it, you get paid, all in a nutshell, right? You get paid off of the transaction fees and things like that. And you're probably wondering, like, how do you fund your ATM machine? How would you put the money in there? There's a couple of things that you can do. One, as we know, 0% interest credit cards. That's one way to fund it. Another way to fund it is a personal loan, and things like that. There's a lot of things that can go into it, but I'll show you guys exactly how to get that video. Some of you already saw the credit video, so you know. But that's how that works. Then you can set up multiple, ATMs all around your city, and you can be getting paid. A lot of people are making really good money off of these. And I'll let you do your research on YouTube and stuff like that on ATM businesses and all that, right? Another thing that you guys can do is real estate, right? Whether it be land or houses. So we know that when you invest in things like this, they definitely pay you long term. It's definitely something you can pass down from generation to generation, that you can be able to give to your kids, or whoever in your family that you would like to pass stuff down to. So land is always important. As you can see, doesn't really cost as much as you thought. If you still think these prices are high and you don't know how you're going to actually get this kind of money to be able to do this, the video at the end will definitely show you how you can get the money to do this, right? It's not that hard. It's just a lot of information you never knew, right? And so, for instance, I'll give you guys a perfect example. The neighborhood that my brother lives in is a new housing addition, right? And so basically the people bought the land. They bought the land, and then they were, just promoting and advertising, hey, that they have land that people can build houses on, right? And so when they were going out, let's say they bought the land for, even though they bought it for more than this, but let's just say they bought it for $6,500, right? So they tell people, hey, you can build, we're going to try to start a housing addition. You can build you can build houses on this land, right? And then, for instance, they would charge per a square footage of the land, and then for instance, they would charge like $30,000 for just a piece of it for them to build one house. And so basically each part of the lot, they would charge around 30 to 40,000 just for the land. And then in order for them to get the house built and things like that, it would cost even more. So they would be making a freaking 10x profit on, you know, whatever they bought the land for. So they bought it for 6,500 and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of it. And so that could be something you want to do, or maybe you just want to hold land to build a garden, or I mean a farm or whatever, to make profits. And you guys can think of different things that you would do with land, but that's definitely something that you can invest in long term to make you some money. As far as houses go, though, check it out. So as far as houses go, real estate is definitely something that you guys needs to be a long-term goal. For instance, I mean, for example, the reason why is because it is, you know, definitely a passive income stream. And what do I mean by passive? You do the work once, it pays you over and over again. So whenever someone pays their rent or their mortgage or whatever it is, you're going to be getting a check every month, you know, that they're staying in this house. And so that's why it's always good, you know, to get real estate. And it's a tangible asset, something you can touch and feel, and it's there, you can see it. Now it's work that goes into it, but then you can hire a property management team and to do all that kind of stuff. But if that's over your head right now, then, you know, over time it's going to be a long-term goal. But at least I can show you exactly how to get it right now at the level that you're at now within the next, you know, year or so. But for instance, let's say this house is what, $29,000, right? Most people are like, man, I can't afford no $29,000 house just to get in real estate. Well, lucky for you, if it's your first house, let me go to, you know, handy dandy Google right quick. If this is your first house, then you will only have to do a 3.5% FHA loan, right? So let's say the house is 29. Let's say I would just do 3.5% of $29,000, right? I'll just say 29,000, and let's see what that comes out to. So you would only need $1,015 to afford this house. And you're probably thinking, what? Yeah. You only need $1,015 to move into this house, guys. All right. And so you could go about it that way. Either it's called house hacking. Either you could, well, if it was a duplex, it could be house hacking where you could live on one side, rent the other side out. But in this case, you would be able to get the house, stay in it for a little bit, move out, move somebody in, or you could just, as soon as you get it, move someone in, and they'll be, you know, paying you or whatever. And we can get to all that in another video, but you guys get the point. And for instance, if you were doing if you already had your first house, right, meaning you already used your FHA loan, which is the 3.5%, you would have to do a conventional loan, which is now 20%. So let's see, 20%, and this is the down payment, guys. 20% times 29,000. So let's see what that comes out to. So you would only need $5,800 to be able to afford this house to start your real estate career. Now you're like, how am I going to get $5,800? Well, that's very simple, and I'll show you at the end of this video if you haven't already saw that. But for those of you who already know how you can get $5,800, you already know what I'm going to say, right? So that's how you can get the $5,800 to be able to do that, right? And then let's go here. Another real estate tactic is that you should invest in. Okay, so we should be on like number 3, I believe, right? ATMs, real estate. So yeah, we still on the real estate thing. Is wholesaling real estate. Okay, wholesaling real estate, you don't need any money to start, but you do need money to advertise. Okay, so what is wholesaling real estate? Wholesaling real estate, you don't need any certifications or anything like that. You don't have to go to school for it. It's something you can get into real estate for free, and basically all you're doing is selling a contract. Okay, that's it. You're selling a contract. So let me give you an example. Let's say you find somebody who's trying to sell their house, right? You can go in under contract, right? You can go in with your contract and say, hey, I want to put this house, I want to purchase this house. They would sell it to you you would have them sign the contract that they're going to sell their house to you, right? They sign the contract. You then go take that contract, find somebody who wants to buy that house, and then sign the contract over to them. and now they own the house and you cut the check, right? So as you can see, people here are making 100,000 a month flipping real estate. I know Matt, I don't know him, but I watch his channel. This guy here, 18,000 profit, check, 7,090 minutes doing wholesale real estate. So people are really profiting big off of wholesaling. Like I said, the main thing that you're going to need is to be able to advertise, like with yard signs and things like that, social media. But I already told you guys how to have an advertising budget. Again, I told you how to do all this, get all the money that you need to be able to do all this stuff. So if you haven't seen that video, it will be at the end of this one, that you'll be able to check out. So wholesaling real estate is another thing that you should invest in, guys. Let's go here. Stocks, bonds, ETFs. This is long-term wealth right here that I'm talking about. If you want to get into stocks and things like that. Now, you can make money if you want to be like a day trader on stocks, but if you want to buy and hold, kind of like what I'm going to do with it because I have other income streams, this app right here is Acorns. Okay, as you can see, over a 2-year period, this guy, I watch this channel, over a 2-year period, his stock portfolio is now $45,000, which is crazy. You know, and this is the Acorns app. These are just apps you can download on your phone. You can start putting money in, and basically whenever you, with Acorns, whenever you put money into it, it automatically puts you in stocks and bonds and ETFs automatically, and it kind of just trades and does it for you. And then also whenever you spend money, it'll take the spare change and invest it for you. So this is a great app to use. If you want to know how to invest big in this one, what I told you guys before about the 0% interest cards and stuff like that, you can use to invest small amounts, pay it down, and keep investing to build up a portfolio that, you know, can withstand the test of time. And so this is how, you know, you start building that wealth. Now, this money right here is money that you don't really touch. You kind of just let it build and build and build, and then later on in life you can grab it. But you can grab it anytime, but it's liquid. Like I said, you can pull from it if you ever needed to. But this is long-term wealth type of stuff, as well as this one. This is Robinhood. As you can see, this guy's stock portfolio is at $211,000. Man, so these are people you can check out their channels and stuff as well, so you can kind of see how they invest, how much they put in, and things like that. So moving on to the next thing, Cash App. Oh, forgot this one. Cash App is another one. That's an app on your phone. You can invest in things like Tesla, Walmart, Snapchat, Apple, everything. So you can do all that directly from the Cash App. I have a few of these purchased on my watch list as well. So definitely look into investing into that, guys. All right. So another thing that you can invest in, right? Another thing is car flipping, right? This is really huge. A lot of people they love cars. Even if you don't like cars, maybe you liked cars, you just didn't ever know how you were going to get the money to do it. But like for instance, this car right here, let's see, it's about $10,000, right? A 2011 BMW looks really nice, right? And so I think it has about 70,000 miles. Okay, and if you never knew how you would get the money to flip, you know, cars like this and get into the car business, I watch a lot of YouTube. I do a lot of studying, guys, and everybody's doing the same thing, you know, with their credit and things like that, being able to purchase these. So you basically essentially purchase the car, you know, maybe put some fog lights in here, black out that, maybe throw a paint job on it and put some new rims on it, and then you can sell it for even more. So instead of selling it for 10 grand, you could sell it for like 15, right? Make a good profit, and you could just keep doing that over and over and over. But if you don't know how you're going to get the money for this, stay to the end of the video, right? And I'll, you know, post another video that you can see how you can get the money to. But that's one. So car flipping is definitely huge. I know a lot of people do car shows and things like that. They want to, you know, soup their cars up and stuff like that to make money. Easy. It's easy to do it. Easy to get it done. A next thing is a home-based business. Guys, home-based businesses have been around for years. Things like ClickBank, absolutely free to sign up. Warrior Plus, right? VigLink, JVZoo. I mean, there's millions of free websites. You can sign up, learn how to promote a product, learn how to sell online. If you need help with that, I do offer coaching. one-on-one coaching, and I can walk you through and teach you these things. Just to throw that out there, But so yeah, home-based businesses is always good to invest in. Um, Man, I can't say it enough. I mean, they've been blessing my life big time, right? So let's go to the next one. Snow cone stands, right? Snowball stands, whatever you want to call them. These things right here make money. Do you hear what I'm saying? These things right here make money. So this, you could also invest in someone else's business. So basically, let's say this was someone else's business. So that was my next point. When you invest, you can invest in other people's businesses, and things like that. So let's say this was 14,000. Let's say if they already had the trailer, but they just needed you to invest in the supplies, and they would go in on a percentage with you. Um, then you could do that, right? And let me tell you, these things make money. Like I said, real quick, let's see, how much do they make? It said around 100 to 2,000 a day. I think this is more accurate, 2,000 a day, because I talked to a guy that was at the state fair, and he was selling snow cones, and I was asking him. It was about a year or so ago. I was asking him about how much does he make. Um, Selling the snow cones, and he said he made 300,000 in 2 weeks. And I'm like, man, so just imagine turning a $14,000 investment into 300,000 in a couple of weeks by selling snow cones. You gotta think it's hot days. If you go to a really good area where it's super hot and everybody's wanting snow cones, you could clean house. So this could be something really good to invest in, I would say. Uh, Man, I would definitely do something like that, which is probably going to be one of my ventures in the future. Not playing, probably have my kids running it or something like that. But another thing, vending machines. Vending machines are popular. They don't really cost as much as I used to think back in the day, now that I know what I know. But, you could buy vending machines, set them up all over the states, and collect cash, right? There's videos and stuff on YouTube about all of this stuff, guys, that you can research more about. But I'm just giving you ideas that you can invest your money in for 2020. That way you can start having, passive income coming in. Um, oh, this was the how much does vending machines cost? Or how much do they make? So this one is on the smaller amount. It says earn less than $5 per week. However, a well-placed vending machine could earn about $100 per week. I think it could do more based off what I've seen on YouTube. A couple people have placed their stuff in like really popular areas or kids areas, and kids and their parents always wanting to buy some at the snack machine. So like I said, you could use these in colleges. You can put these like right close to dorm rooms and food places and things like that, or put it to somewhere where people may be hungry, they just don't have nowhere to go, so they have to get some out the vending machine. So all kind of ways you can make money off of that. The next thing I would say is invest in coaching, mentorship. For instance, if you want to buy somebody's course, it doesn't have to be mine, but whoever's course, always invest in yourself, and learning, because that pretty much cuts the learning curve for you. So that way, you don't have to spend 34 years trying to learn something that, someone can just teach you like right now. So always invest in coaching, courses, and things like that. Definitely research the people, you know what I mean? But after that, I would say invest in credit repair. A guy named Rock Like What. There's a couple other guys. Vance the Credit Doctor. You can Google him as well. There's a lot of other people as well that I'll go over. But credit repair, definitely invest in credit repair, big time. All right. The last thing I would say is invest in life insurance, guys. Now, when you invest in life insurance, you can invest in whole life. Whole life insurance is where you can basically have a cash value in there, so you can basically add money to your life insurance policy when you have a whole life, not term, but a whole life. And then as you adding money to that whole life insurance policy, you can then borrow against it. So let's say this is basically the money that you can access while you're still alive. If you do term life insurance, the only way you can access that money is if you die. Well, you're not going to access it. The people who are the beneficiaries on this will be able to access it. But if you do whole life, you will be able to access the money while you're still alive. And some people, well, most people use it to buy real estate and things like that. So there's all type of ways you can flip it. to make money, guys. But like I say, investing is very important. There's other things out there that you can invest in, guys. Tons and tons of things, but these are just a couple that may get your wheels turning. But if you are wanting to know how you're going to get the money for all of these things, the video should be popping on the screen, and you can click that, and that's how you can get the money for everything that you want, and all the businesses that you want to start and all of that stuff. So hopefully this helped, guys. Like I said, click the video on the screen to find out how you can get the money. I will see you guys in another video. Peace.